Okay, this is the flooding of Newcastle Drive, apartment buildings, part 5. As you can see, the speed bump that was at the end of the driveway is now underwater completely. You can't see no part of the driveway. It's all looks like a nice little lake right here. All the way up through there, Pete. Cars are still in the water. Nobody's done nothing. One of the people who live here has to park their truck up on the sidewalk just so it doesn't get wet. Now we'll come back around down here. This was the yard from part 4. It's now all the way up to almost to apartment 36. It's all flooded up here in the grass, all the way down there, even in the road. It's gotten deeper down there in the road where it crosses the road. And still, it's been a couple hours since the last one, since part 4 was ended, and it's still, nobody has come to do anything. It is now after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Nothing. Not a soul. Although everybody from the city of Colonial Heights is down here, has been down here at one point or another, and they all say they're going to do something and they don't. So this is what we have to live with. And once again, let me reiterate, we were not told that this was a flood area when we moved in. So let's see if I can take a walk up here and around and see what we can come up with. And let's see. You were picking it up. Look up here. I am now walking in water where there was none earlier. So the water has come up another 4 inches in the last 2 hours. Now, let's go down this way. Oh, there's a manhole cover, not flooded up yet. Now, let's see. Coming up on apartment number 28, you can see the curb starts to disappear into the water. The sidewalk disappears at apartment 27. Is all underwater. And here's a manhole drain from part 1, part 2 or something like that was not underwater. It is now under 1.5 to 2 inches of water. Now, from where I started part 1, where I was standing is underwater. I was actually standing like right in that area when I started part 1. And look at that. I'll hold this camera as steady as possible. You can laugh, get a giggle at the floating dumpster that's just floating around the parking lot. Still, it's in the afternoon. It's after 2 in the afternoon, and there's nothing. Nobody here. No pumps. No sandbags, like they said they would bring down. We're still waiting. Still nothing. Now, ready for this one. This is the backyard of one of the apartments. And this is the whole backyard all the way down through to there, like I showed you earlier. The water has now come up at least 15 to 18 feet from the curb. The curb is out there somewhere. The sidewalk, the telephone pole. There's the berm. As you can see, the water still running in the background. We'll take a little walk over this way. Back down here. By the way, the rain has stopped, but the water has not. Okay. Let's go over here. You'll see. I'll point something out to you here. Earlier when I was here, this little rock, it was underwater, was above water. The water is just about touching it now. And if you remember this big tree I showed you in part 1 or 2, the water has definitely come up at least another foot by the looks of that leaning tree. There is nothing out there to stop the water from coming up over the berm. As you can see, this is the berm here, the top that you're looking at. We'll go over here and we'll look. Now it might look like it's got a little ways to go, but it's actually got 2.5 feet before it's up to the top of the berm. And like I said, the water has stopped. It stopped raining today, and we're supposed to be getting rain for the next 2 days. Well, we'll just have to wait and find out. Now let's go back down around here to the other side, further down. Let's see what we got, see if there's any change in the water down here, which I'm pretty sure there is. There's just a little more water here in this field. This is like incredible. I've never seen flooding in a yard like this in a long time. Okay, here we go. Now, there is a concrete something or other right over there. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Yep, you can see the concrete abutment right there. The water is coming over the top of that. It hasn't crested it yet, but I'm sure it's gotten a little higher. Now here we are going down a little further. Oh, I didn't notice this. Look at that. Look at this. There's a drain. Here's a drain in the yard. I didn't see this earlier. The water weight, look at it. You can see the stuff flowing back in. Here comes some grass, and there it goes right back out. To give you an idea on how high the water is, this runs out down here, right over there somewhere in the grass, and that's where the water level is on the creek. There goes some more out. Yep, isn't that fascinating? Now I'm gonna turn you around a little more. Oh, there's that little basketball thing. The one that was way up there by that tree that was found down over the creek. There's a little basketball hoop. Alright, let's go around here. That's somebody's 5-gallon bucket. Now you can see where the water has come up. See it swirling over there? All they need to do is just take and dig all that out right there with the dredger, and it would alleviate some of this backup that's up here, and probably cut down on some of the flooding. Now if you remember right, let me see here. If you remember right, there was only like 4 or 5 feet of water on the road over there. Now there is like 40 feet of water. It's just getting worse and worse. The water is filling up the cul-de-sac over there, as you can probably see. It's flowing around the side right there. You can see it. Going right around there, coming right on around through, and coming out over here. So it's basically an island of asphalt. And I am standing in the front yard of apartment 40 and 39, and this is all water. 39, 38, all water. Look at that. Stupidity is the reason why this is here. Pure stupidity.